Hey fishers, have a look at this weather. Absolutely fantastic. Look, makes you jump and bounce. We want to get out there and get stuck into the fishing because it is good, I can assure you of that. Got a couple of reports from the Hume Weir. The yellows seem to have slowed down a bit. They're still getting a few, but they're not really getting big numbers at the moment. Fair few fish getting caught down below the Hume Weir in the river. A bit of bait fishing down there. Haven't heard of any on lures. Got a few reports from Wagga. Look, one day good, next day not so good, but some really big cod getting caught there. Very happy with it. Trolling, casting spinner baits, predominantly spinner baits, a few on swim baits and that sort of thing, but and the sort of surface lure thing seems to have gone off a little bit. Not much on the surface, but a bit of activity down there. Have a look at the Murrumbidgee River, seriously. I was down there the other day, a couple of days ago actually, and travelled all the reserves from Wagga down to Narrandera and had a look at the access. There's only a couple of boat ramps that I call really difficult, or impossible to put a boat in on, for want of a better word, but most of them, if you mucked around a little bit, you'd get in without too much trouble. Smaller boats are better. I wouldn't go over about a 4.5 metre with a 50 on it. Sort of make sure you got a full drive and you know how to use your full drive. But look, other than that, not a problem at all. Once you get on the water, absolutely mind-blowing, fantastic fishing. The river's clear, you can see all the snags, opens up a new world for you now when it's this low. It's great. This is about as low as it's going to get, I can tell you. Compleat River, good. A lot of activity out of the Compleat River. Really happy with that. It's low, it's easy to fish. Plenty of activity as far as rainbow trout. Few browns starting to move around. Doesn't matter what technique you like to use. You can use lure, bait, or fly. You'll catch fish. Doesn't really matter. Anywhere in the Compleat River, it's all clear at the moment. Bean, Tentangra, places like that, really dead. Tentangra's good. Bean, Jindabyne are dead, not much happening there at all. But I've skipped over Blowering. The reason behind that is, look, I would say it's fantastic. There's some big cod getting caught, but not everyone's going to catch them. This is where the hours are put in up there to catch those big metre plus cod. A lot of 80s, 90s, 95s, and a few over a metre over the last week or so. Casting spinner baits, casting chatter baits, anything of that nature. Occasionally on a swim bait, that sort of thing. Not on the surface. Trolling seems to be starting to pick up a little bit there too, and off the bank with bait. I would put Blowering in a bit of a hot spot, but keeping in mind most of the people go up there won't have much success because you've got to learn how to fish it properly. It's a very difficult dam. Burrinjuck, not heaps of reports from there, the odd one now and then. Get a few yellows out of it. We're getting some good reports still from Wagga, which sort of surprises me a little bit. It's been the most consistent dam for 2 years. I've been talking about the one for a while, I'm mentioning that, and I still reckon it is pretty darn good. The reports coming through are very consistent. Every week we hear of a few good sized fish, a few metre plus fish and plenty of smaller ones. Trolling, casting doesn't seem to matter a great deal. So as you can see, we've got a fair bit of activity around us. And if you're unsure about the areas and want an in-depth report, give us a ring at the shop. We'll catch you later.